Hey everyone, welcome to Garden Rehab. This is a brand new channel that I've started to take you through the journey of me rehabbing the garden of a 200-year-old farmhouse that I've just bought along with my husband. A bit of background. As I said, we bought this house about 2 months ago now. It's currently February 2026. And the house itself and the land, about 12 acres, and a number of outbuildings that came with it, um, haven't been lived in for about 18 months and haven't been maintained in quite a few years longer than that. So there's a lot of work to do. We bought the house knowing that there would be a lot of work to do. So I've started this channel to really document my particular journey of getting the garden area back to looking as good as it would have done once upon a time. We do also have several outbuildings that we will be converting. So when we bought the house, there was planning permission in place to convert the outbuildings into 3 separate domestic properties. So we will be going through with that, and we have a separate channel for that called From Barns to Homes, and I will link that here. But this channel is particularly focused on the garden rehab, hence the name. So I'll follow this up with a quick video introduction to the garden space. It's not huge. There is a potential that we will extend the garden into taking up some of the field that we have. But for the time being, I'll be focusing on this section that has always been used as a garden, and give you a little bit of background. So thanks for listening in. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you being here. I've got a bit of gardening experience, but not a huge amount. So I'll be learning and trying different things and taking you guys along on the journey of seeing what works and what doesn't. So thanks once again. Stay put, and I will jump to a video taking you through the garden space. Okay, so I've come to the entrance to the garden. So as we come in, we walk through this little doorway here. And there's a really lovely wall on this side. It's actually got some beautiful plants growing in it, some lovely ferns, lichens, moss. So that's the back garden wall. And I'm hoping to use that in the summer as an area where it's going to retain warmth and be sheltered to grow some really lovely sun and warmth loving plants. That feels like a really long way off at the moment, but that is the plan. So what I would give is a little bit of context. This house is nearly 200 years old. I will give you a view of the house in a minute. And the couple who lived here previously were really passionate gardeners. When they sold the house to us last year, they were elderly. I think actually the lady who lived here is 100 this year, so they were elderly, and the garden that they once loved has fallen into a bit of overgrowth, disrepair, but the foundations are still there. The foundations are absolutely still there. There's some incredible plants that just need to be brought back to life, given some space, given some air, and some sunshine. So that's the plan, is to bring it back to its former glory, and make it something that they would be proud of. So, as I said, we walk in through this gate. First thing on the left, we've got some lovely fruit trees. So this is an apple tree. One of the first things that I'm going to be doing is actually cutting this back, giving it its winter trim. So I think I'm going to do that tomorrow, actually, because it needs to be done in January or February whilst the tree is dormant. So I'll make a video of that, so you can see what it is that I am doing. Um, I'm going to have to Google this. I've never cut or trimmed an apple tree before. In fact, I've never owned an apple tree before. So I'll be researching that and then tackling it. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes, and hopefully I'll be doing the right thing ahead of the summer. And then here we've got a plum tree. I believe this is a Victoria plum. I've been told absolutely not to trim this until the summer, so I'll be leaving that alone. And then there's a climbing fruit tree here, which I think is an apple. It's got knobbly bits, so I believe that that is an apple and not a plum. So I have to look up if that needs to be trimmed back. So that's an absolutely stunning magnolia here, Magnolia stellata. I'm looking forward to that coming out. I'm really hoping it doesn't make an early appearance and then get frosted. But we're way behind up here in Northumberland compared to a lot of the country, so hopefully that won't happen and it will take its time in coming out. Okay, so just a quick glimpse at the rest of the garden. So we do have a greenhouse, needs a little bit of repair, but all the panes are there, nothing's cracked or broken. So I'm going to give that a good scrub and a good clear out and put it to work this year. And then this overgrown section here, I'm just going to get stuck into. I'm not going to rotivate it or do anything too drastic because I think there's some good quality plants in there, but just pull back most of the overgrowth. Although I have been told that it may be protecting some of the more delicate plants underneath. So let me know what you think about that, whether or not I should pull back the overgrowth. But I'm going to, obviously, this year at some point and just see what's under there. So we have here some paths. I have actually spent the last couple of days pulling the moss off of this path, and I will post that just a time lapse because it's kind of satisfying. And then a little patio area here. And then just very quickly, take you around the front of the house. We've got an absolutely enormous monkey puzzle tree there. And then a garden grass lawn area that really needs cutting back, and some garden beds with all sorts in. I can see bulbs starting to come up already. There's various oh my brain, shrubs, um, bushes, shrubs, dear oh dear. You see what I mean about this not being educational? And yeah, just lots and lots of garden bed space. So it's not huge. We do live right next door to our main roads, by the way. So I'm going to cut all the background noise out of this video afterwards, but you'll see a lot of cars going past. So that's it in a nutshell. There's potential to expand the garden because this area is, it's a good size, but it's not huge. So I'm not going to be doing any of that this year. We're just going to be getting this back to a decent condition. That's the idea. So yeah, so that's a quick intro to this channel, a bit of what we're about. Let me just turn this around. So yeah, that's what we're about. Normal girl gardening, getting to know how to do things as we go, learning along the way, and see this blank canvas and potential come together into something really beautiful. So thanks for joining me. If you're interested in seeing more of this channel with things like us trimming the apple tree, seeing what's underneath all of this overgrowth, sorting the greenhouse out, getting going with some seeds, then please do subscribe to the channel. We'll have some fun along the way. I'd really love to have you there with me, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.